Hello guys, thank you for clicking on this video. So guys, as you probably know by now, Twist of Fate is finally back on Z World. And guys, in the previous season, Rambi kicked Prachi out of his life after Rhea framed her and accused her of cheating on Rambi with Siddharth. Well, after that incident, the show took a 2 month leap and Rambi will now become a successful business tycoon while Prachi will start living with Aunt Sushma. Meanwhile, Rhea and Pallavi will start planning on how to get Rhea married to Rambi. So, to end their relationship forever, Rambi will send divorce papers to Prachi. How will Prachi react to this? And are the divorce papers really from Rambi? Make sure you watch this video to the very end to get the full details. And before we start, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like this video, share it with others, and also leave a comment below. Okay, with that said, let's get into the details. Sushma asks Prachi to have food and says, I will go to the office and the driver will come back before the temple time. She thinks how to handle Prachi. She says Praga hears but doesn't say anything, while Prachi says things but doesn't hear and stays alone. She asks Gita to pack her lunch bag and says I won't have breakfast. Sushma goes to Abby and Pragya's room. They are still in coma and on the ventilator support. Sushma cries saying Pragya and says this is why I didn't want to come to India. She says my fear was of a mother who lost one daughter and doesn't want to lose another daughter. She says you gave me new life. I thought God sent you in Priyanka's place. She says your love brought you to your husband. I would have accepted him, but I couldn't understand him. She goes to Abby and asks if you are her husband, then why don't you protect her? Why does she have to face troubles after meeting you? Then she stood by you and got you freed of all your bad habits. She says, I sent Pragya to save your life, but you have taken her far away from me. She says you should have taken her as a husband and not like this. She says, get up, Abby, and call Pragya. She will get up after hearing your voice. She asks Pragya to get up and says, I can't live without you. She cries. Lawyer comes to Sushma's house and says he wants to meet Prachi. Gita comes to Prachi and says someone wants to meet you. Rhea is restless. Pallavi comes to her and asks, why are you nervous? Rhea asks, what do you think? Has the lawyer reached Prachi's house with the divorce papers? Prachi comes to the lawyer. The lawyer introduces himself as Rambi's lawyer. Rhea says, I don't know how Prachi will react when she sees the divorce papers. The lawyer tells Prachi that Rambi Kohli has sent divorce papers for her and needs her signature on it. Prachi is shocked. Pallavi says Prachi wants to know first if Rambi has signed it. When she sees his signature, her ego will be hurt and then she will sign. Rhea asks her to talk in a low tone and says Rambi might hear. She closes the door. Pallavi says when he doesn't have time to talk to us, why will he hear us? She says you have copied Rambi's signature very well and it looks like Rambi's signature. The lawyer gives the papers to her and asks her to sign where Rambi has signed. Prachi recalls Rambi's words and gets emotional. She drops the file on the floor and runs inside the house recalling his words. Sushma comes out of Abby and Pragya's room. Prachi collides with her and runs recalling Rambi's words. Sushma is shocked to see her state and goes behind Prachi. Prachi locks the door. Sushma comes to the door. Rhea says Rambi will get freed from Prachi today. Pallavi says not so easy. She will ask for alimony from Rambi. Rhea says how much will she ask for and says we will give her whatever she demands. She says when you talk to Rambi, how will he react? Sushma asks Prachi to open the door. Prachi runs to the bathroom and cries under the shower. She recalls she and Rambi's early and recent moments. On the other hand, Rambi is working on his laptop. He puts his finger in hot tea by mistake and recalls how similar thing happened before when he was with Prachi. Sushma asks Prachi to open the door. Prachi opens it. Sushma asks what happened. Prachi says Rambi sent divorce papers. I took the blame for what I didn't do. So how could he do this? How can I take this? What is my mistake? Sushma tells her not to cry. It is not your mistake. It is Rambi who failed. He couldn't love you. He couldn't trust you. And he couldn't fulfill a husband's responsibilities. Prachi says I failed. I am failing. I cannot do anything. I couldn't see how easily he signed the divorce papers. I would never be able to forget him. Sushma hugs and consoles her. Vikram advises Rhea to win Grandma's heart. If you stay good with her, then it will be better for your relation with Ranbir. Pallavi interrupts saying if Grandma has any space in her heart, then Rhea will be able to win. She only has space for Prachi in her heart. Since they kicked Prachi out, Daddy has stopped eating or talking to them. The doorbell rings. It is Sushma who has come. She says that she wants to talk to Ranbir. She has come here as Prachi's guardian. Rhea asks, why did you come here? Sushma says, I didn't talk to you. Pallavi asks, what do you need from Ranbir? Sushma says that I will only talk with him. Pallavi says, with this attitude, no one will talk to you. Rhea tells Pallavi that she will deal with Sushma. She asks Sushma to tell her what she wants to tell Ranbir and she will pass her message. Sushma tells her to stay out of this. Pallavi tells Sushma that she cannot talk to her daughter-in-law like that. Sushma tells her, then teach her not to interfere when elders are talking. Vikram asks Sushma what she wants to speak to Ranbir about. Sushma says, I have come here as Prachi's guardian. She says Abhi and Pragya live with me as a family, like how you used to live, and you should know very well what relation that is. Pragya is like my daughter, and I don't need to tell you what right I have on Pragya's daughters. Rhea says, Pragya calls you auntie, right? Sushma says, forget about Pragya. Prachi calls me Badima. If you can't call me that, then shut up and stand there quietly. Pallavi tells Sushma to come to the point. If you came here to take Prachi's side, then we are not ready as we have already sent divorce papers. Rhea says it will be good if she signs them as soon as possible, end the relation completely, and free Ranbir. Sushma throws the divorce papers and says here is Ranbir's freedom. Pallavi checks the papers and says they don't have Prachi's signature. Sushma says why would she sign? They didn't get married by signing papers. You all don't mean anything in Prachi's life. A flashback is shown where Prachi tells Sushma, I can't sign the divorce papers. Sushma tells her not to sign, I will give them an answer. In the present, Rhea says if we mean nothing, then why doesn't she sign and separate from us? Sushma asks, why did you sign the divorce papers? Rhea says, I am talking about Ranbir. Sushma says, then let him talk. Ranbir broke his relation with Prachi. You all kicked her out of the house. Then why all these formalities? Pallavi says, so that Prachi doesn't come back. Sushma furiously says she won't come back. She doesn't want anything from this house, so spare her. Rhea says we will spare her, but will she spare us? What if her mind changes tomorrow and she comes here to take revenge? Sushma says she is my daughter. There must be some difference between you and her. You are her sister, but I still know her better than you. She is Pragya's shadow. She will do what Pragya says. Right now, Pragya is in coma, but Prachi will listen to what I say. It is good she managed to get out of this house. She had no respect here. If she doesn't stay away from this house, I will do all it takes, but I won't let her come near this house. She tells Pallavi, just handle Ranbir. Ranbir kicked Prachi out of his life. Now I will make sure Prachi erases Ranbir's name completely from her life. She will even forget his face. Rhea gets happy. Sushma continues, you all also forget that Prachi came in this house. Don't even try to contact her, even if it is regarding the divorce. It is all over from our side. Sushma leaves. Rhea, Pallavi and Vikram get happy as Sushma solved their problem and she won't let Prachi come near their house or Ranbir. Pallavi and Vikram leave. Rhea thinks it seems like even God doesn't want Prachi and Ranbir to be together, which is why this so-called Badima came in my life. First, she kept Pragya away from Abhi, and now she will keep Prachi away from Ranbir. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then please subscribe to this channel, like this video. You can also share it with others and also leave a comment below. You can check out this channel for more updates on other Zero series, and I'll see you guys in my next video.